The year was 1985. A group of misfit kids from Astoria, Oregon, uncovered the lost treasure of One-Eyed Willy and saved their homes in the process. It was the adventure of a lifetime. But what if it wasn't the end? What if the real story, the legacy of the Goonies, was just beginning? This is what happened after that fateful day on the beach. The treasure changed everything. The Goondocks were saved. Developers backed off. The town threw a celebration in honor of the kids who became local legends. But not everyone was happy. As news of the gold spread, fortune seekers began pouring into Astoria. The quiet harbor town became a magnet for journalists, tourists, and those with more sinister motives. The treasure had saved their homes, but it had also opened a door that couldn't be closed. Mikey, still obsessed with history and hidden truths, began digging deeper into One-Eyed Willy's past, and what he found would lead to a new mystery. Meanwhile, the Fratellis, thought to be safely locked away, escaped from prison during a transport. They vanished without a trace. But they weren't done. Rumors spread of strange sightings around the Oregon coast. 2 new faces were seen with them, mercenaries or maybe treasure hunters of their own. They were back, and this time they were smarter, meaner, and looking for revenge. Years had passed. The Goonies had grown up, gone their separate ways. But one letter brought them all back. Mikey, now a young archaeologist, had found something, etched into the surface of an old gold coin, a secret map, one that hinted at a deeper treasure beneath the caves. He knew he couldn't do it alone. Chunk was now a defense attorney, confident, charismatic, but still with a soft spot for adventure. He didn't hesitate. Mouth had become a late-night radio host. He claimed not to believe in that kid stuff anymore, but one phone call from Mikey, and he was in. Data had gone on to invent gadgets for major tech companies. He'd built smarter traps than the ones they once escaped. And Sloth? He'd stayed in Astoria. Loved by the town, he worked at the docks, and still wore his Superman shirt proudly. One by one, the Goonies returned. Not as kids, but as brothers. The new map pointed to something called the Shadow Vault, a chamber One-Eyed Willy had hidden even from his own crew. Legends said it contained his greatest secret. Getting there wouldn't be easy. The path was deeper, more dangerous, and someone else was chasing the same map. The Fratellis. But Mikey believed. He always believed. And the others followed because deep down, they were still Goonies. They returned to the caves where echoes of their childhood still lingered. The booby traps were older now, but still deadly. Pits opened beneath their feet. Blades sprang from walls. One room forced them to solve a musical puzzle, just like before. Data's new gadgets kept them safe. Chunk's quick thinking helped them navigate a collapsing bridge. Mouth translated a forgotten dialect on a stone tablet. And Sloth, well, Sloth saved them all when the Fratellis caught up. He roared, and the cave itself seemed to shake. The Fratellis fled, afraid of the man they once tried to chain up. At the end of the labyrinth they found it, not gold, not jewels, but a sealed vault with one final message carved into stone. For those who seek riches, turn back. For those who seek truth, enter. Inside, they found a letter, a message from One-Eyed Willy himself, preserved across centuries. It spoke of friendship, courage, and the cost of greed. It wasn't a treasure chest. It was a lesson, a warning, and a gift. The Goonies left the vault with no riches in hand, but with something even more valuable, each other. They returned to the surface changed, not because of what they found, but because of what they remembered. They were the Goonies, and Goonies never say die.